Come one, come all. You are now listening to the Aux Podcast. Every week, Monday night, hosted by Steelo and Max. Roll yourself up some potent, pour yourself a drink, get yourself comfortable. We finna chill. Everybody, welcome to another episode of the Aux Podcast, hosted by your boy Steelo, aka OG Homunculus. As per usual, I'm joined by my brother Max, aka Sir Maximilian. We out here. It's a beautiful day. How we doing today, brother?
Yeah, woo, yeah. We're recording a day before we put it out for once.
So real, actually. Instead of like fucking 2 hours before.
All right, recording's done. Let's put it up.
Yeah, let's do it. So, brother, what have you been bumping this week?
All right, let's see. My listening stats are kind of fucked because today's Sunday, and I think the app that I use pulls the week from
Yeah.
I got like from last week through yesterday.
Sweet.
So unsurprisingly, gonna talk about this a little later too. My number one song this last week has been 1995, the lead single off Freddie Gibbs' The Alchemist, Alfredo 2, coming out Friday.
Yes,
Very excited for that.
Man. That is just fucking monumental news, honestly. That shit is crazy. And the single is fucking fire, too.
Yeah. My wallet isn't as happy with me as I am for the album, but it is what it is.
Of course.
That's been getting played a lot. Also, every time I listen to that, I get the urge to just go listen to Alfredo from top to bottom. Especially because of the guitar on that song reminds me of 1985 so much.
Real as fuck, actually. It's like the evolution.
Yeah,
right.
So I see the vision. I see what's happening here.
I know for a fact the album is just gonna be like fucking phenomenal, man. I cannot wait for that.
It's one of those situations where it's like, this just can't be bad. Like, there's no feasible way that it could be anything less than great.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
And that's not me being a dick rider. It's me being realistic. It's
you listening to the music and understanding the quality that gets put out, you know?
Right. 100%.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two, bringing one back from earlier this year. Got Triangle Offense.
Yes.
Niante, Mavi, Sideshow.
Crazy song.
In preparation for the new Niante and Mavi track coming out Tuesday.
Woo!
Very excited for that.
Bro, we're eating good. We're eating good, man.
We are eating good. This last week, a lot of getting hit by multiple trucks on different days. It felt like.
I'm into it though.
I am too. Yeah, it definitely keeps me going for another week, if nothing else.
Fucking real. too real, brother.
Sometimes that's simple.
Yeah, absolutely. What do we got for number 3?
Number 3, we got back 2 times, Benny the Butcher and Stove God Cooks, Tana Talk 4. We were talking about the Griselda discography a little last week, and it made me go back and shuffle my Griselda playlist, and that came up a few times, and I kept running it back, so...
Absolutely. That's a fucking track, too. That is such a good song, man.
That shit is crazy. I think it might be my favorite off of Tana Talk 4, and that's
saying something, because there's some tracks on here, man.
Yeah.
We're just gonna ignore track number 5. We don't gotta talk about
yeah.
We don't gotta talk about that.
I don't know the track list that well, but I know exactly what song you're talking about.
Right on.
That was an interesting creative choice, but whatever.
Bucket we ball, yeah.
So number 4, I have Practice, Freddie Gibbs and Madlib off Bandana. I'm listening to that one quite a bit.
Banger.
Honestly, for me, whenever I get wind that a project is coming out, I do a mini dive into the artist's discography again.
Oh, absolutely.
Subconsciously, because it's damn, Freddie Gibbs album. I'm gonna go listen to some Freddie Gibbs.
Yep. I can't hear
Freddie Gibbs. Surely you've seen the video on
yes,
Freddie Gibbs. Cocaine. Dude, sorry, it gets me every time, man.
The best thing about it is that he embraces it, and he also thinks it's funny. So
absolutely.
That's the best. That and all the Don Cheadle stuff. Is fucking hilarious to me.
I love Freddie Gibbs because he's like just as much of a shit poster as his fan base is, you know? It's great.
Yeah, and
it's great.
And he's like double their age.
Yeah, literally. Right on. And then track number 5 would be?
Number 5, I think I might have had this one up here last week, but I have Breathe, Navy Blue, and Yasin Bey.
Yes. Oh, what a song. Well, no, I don't think that was last week. It might have been.
It might have been one of the other ones, but I haven't had a ton of variety in what I've been listening to.
Yeah.
Mostly because I think I've been spinning the same playlist for like a month now, and I need to get my shit together.
Felt in my fucking soul. In terms of what's going on Songs of Sage, that's one of the standout tracks for sure, man. Like, that shit is crazy, dude.
It's like, and in an album that's so, like, emotionally dense in so many different ways, like, to have a track like that, and honestly, like, that beat is really good, but I think a lot of the beats on that album are, like, some of Navy's best that he's ever rapped over.
Absolutely.
But like something about a Yasin Bey feature is just like, it's just getting pulled to another level. Like whatever is happening on the song.
And the fact that that's on I believe his second full length album, and he already has the cosign from like a titan of the rap game, like goes to show, man. Navy's the GOAT. Navy Blue's the GOAT, man. I love that guy.
For real. I'm hoping for an album this year. I'm really hoping.
Me too. I've been sitting with Memories and Armor quite a bit, especially recently, and like, dude, he just keeps getting better. Like, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. Navy Blue is one of those ones where if you don't listen to Navy Blue, I implore you to go and listen to Navy Blue. Like, that man is something special.
Call your therapist, cancel, and go listen to Navy Blue. You don't need to do anything else.
So fucking real, actually. As for me, my top 5 songs, we got a little weird this week, for me at least. Number 1 spun track, same as last week, would be the closer off the Seiki album, Ghana Baby. I just can't get enough of this song. The hook on it is like next fucking level. This album is still criminally underrated. I know it's only been out for a week, but y'all gotta listen to this, man. It is next level stuff. The closer on it, good hook, good verses, just good hip hop. Love that shit. Number 2, fun. I'm listening to a lot of album closers recently. It's gonna be the off of the Infinity Knives, Brian Ennals. It's called Two-Headed Buffalo. I don't know if you've listened to that album yet.
I don't think I have.
It's weird. It's weird, to say the least. Because despite it being, I'm not even going to call it a hip-hop album, despite it being an album that has rap songs on it, the closer, this song is like a 7-minute folk ballad. And like, I don't know what it is recently. It's just been hitting. I like it a lot. It's a good time. Track number 3 is where my neurodivergence kick is in. I've been playing a lot of Deltarune recently. Shout out Toby Fox. And there's a song on the soundtrack called Paradise Paradise, which is like, not to get into spoilers of the game, but a very 8-bit classic Zelda OST kind of sound. I think my phone alarm is going off. That's embarrassing. Yeah. Just some like nerdy video game music type shit. I've been really spinning it. I'm a big fan. It's cozy. It reminds me of simpler times. Track number 4 is going to be Mavi and Smino. That's Potluck, the single that they dropped earlier. I want to say like a month ago at this point. I've just been spinning the fuck out of it. I have the privilege of at work being able to play music on the aux. And this is one of those ones that I just keep on listening to. It's a good time. It's great. Just feel good music, good raps, good melodies, the whole shebang. And then track number 5, shout out to what's going on in the Toronto hip hop scene. We got Banana Kush by No God and Big Z. Honest to God, the more I listen to this song, I think it is like one of my favorite hooks of all time. Definitely my favorite hook on like any song that I've heard this year. They these motherfuckers did something special on it, man. It just hits, dude. And I'm a big fan of like, for lack of a better term, stoner rap, where you're just rapping about smoking weed and having a good time. And like, man, we push in grams of banana kush. That's all I'm saying. It's a good time. It's a good time. So yeah, that's been our weeks of listening. I think to get right into it, even though last week was like fucking crazy in terms of all the new releases, this last weekend that just passed was also pretty big, all things considered. There's a lot of stuff that dropped, a lot of stuff that I'm tapping into that I've been a really big fan of. Um, I think the first one we'll get into is the album that we both listened to. I think we were talking about it right before we started recording. That would be
Mhm.
The Emperor's New Clothes by Raekwon.
Yeah.
Because man, oh man, I had no idea this was dropping. Honest to God, it just kind of showed up, and I was like, oh shit, a Raekwon album, cool.
This was
Um,
one of the ones, I don't know if you remember earlier in the year, there was all the like, I don't even want to call it promo, but there were like billboards and stuff popping up of like six legends returning and dropping albums in 2025.
I
And it
remember
was
that.
like, I don't, I'll have to see if I could find it after, but it was basically just like a list of five, and then it was one secret artist that like was going to drop.
Oh,
I think it was
interesting.
towards the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And it was like Raekwon, uh, Ghostface, because Ghostface also just announced Supreme Clientele 2. Um,
Crazy, crazy, man.
I think the Nas and DJ Premier album was in there for when that comes out. And there were a couple other, but the secret artist ended up being the Slick Rick album that
Yeah,
came out
yeah,
last
yeah, yeah.
month.
Which was
Um,
fantastic, I think, personally.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
love that shit.
100%.
Mhm.
But that was like the last thing I had heard about this Raekwon album until I was like, oh shit, that's coming
It's
out in
coming
like
out.
2 days from now.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
I have only
what
spun it once, but it's fucking phenomenal, man. Like you were saying earlier as well, rappers over 40 this year have kind of been the MVPs, and man, this is no exception to that thought. Like, it's crazy, man. It's really, really, really good.
And I think there's definitely something to be said about the development of the underground scene to allow the
Oh,
rappers from the 90s and early 2000s to come back and thrive.
yeah,
Because,
absolutely.
like, if this album, like, the only real artist on here or features on here that are like actually actively still creating music is the
Mhm.
three Griselda members.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone else like Inspector Deck, Ghostface, Method Man,
yeah,
Ghostface. Yeah. So like I think a big reason that this album could like happen and still be embraced in the way that it is because people are willing to like sit down and listen to a
yeah,
Raekwon album, especially if
absolutely.
there's some of those features on it. So I think that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. I think like people who are obviously familiar with Raekwon's work, like, are gonna sit down and listen to it because he is like I'd say one of the highest regarded MCs in like hip hop history. But when you
Mhm.
get the new fans coming in, they're gonna see like the Griselda cuts, and they're gonna be like, oh shit, like, you know what? Let me tap in. Let me see what's going on. And yeah, like, just quality across the board. Truth be told, for me, the only song that like really stuck out was the Griselda cut. And then Get Out of Here, track 14 that has the Ghostface feature. That one I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, that shit's ooh, special. Definitely one that I'm gonna have to sit with a little longer, just because with starting this here podcast, I'm listening to a lot of new shit constantly. Um, but yeah, no, this is one that definitely is gonna get a lot of play from me this year. It was really, really, really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, especially considering I don't think this had a lead single or anything. I think this just kind of came out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I don't
yeah,
recall any
there
single
was
at
nothing.
least.
Nope. So,
Fuck it, man. I love albums like that though. Ones that just come out and everyone's like, well, shit, gotta listen to it. You know?
yeah.
It's a good time. It's a
I
really, really good time.
sometimes like if an album gets announced very short before like the single is. Like if there's like the single gets announced like Monday and the album's coming out Friday, I sometimes depending on the artist, I've started to wait until Friday to
Yeah,
listen to the single.
absolutely,
Um,
absolutely. I like
especially if
going
it's an
into shit
artist
blind,
where
man.
like I know the quality is going to be good regardless of what it is.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
this album's going to get my time regardless.
Mhm.
So I kind of want to hear the whole thing in one sitting.
And I'm a big fan of like a blind listen, you know? Like I want to go
Mhm.
in with no expectations. I am guilty of listening to singles of like artists that I know that I'm gonna really like the album, like the next one I'm gonna talk about. But when you go into an album like completely fresh, that's to me like a good time, you know? Um,
100%.
Next album I want to talk about, I don't know if you listened to it, but the new Silk Money record. Who waters the wilting giving tree once the leaves dry up and the fruits no longer bear? Let me tell you, this shit is crazy, dude. Like crazy, man. Not a lot of people. I was super. Sorry, let me get my thoughts in order. I was really looking forward to this album. Haven't really seen much talk about it, just because I think Silk Money is still one of those MCs slash producers that's like really underground, all things considered. I
Mhm.
know a lot of people coming into this were coming off of the. He has a feature on one of the singles from the Fly Anakin record that dropped earlier this year, My Nigga. He was the first verse on that. And in my opinion, on that song, the best verse on that, I think Silk Money has one of the most underrated pens of all time ever. And like this album is no exception to that. It's just crazy, rapid fire, just like stank face, just like to
Mhm.
me, when I listen to an album and I get multiple Pusha T ad libs that I'm making when I'm listening to it, I know it's quality. And this album is no exception. Also has some of the craziest production I've ever heard. I believe it's primarily produced by Cali Blue, who's an artist I'm not too familiar with. But the sound of this record, it's complete quality. Some of the highlight tracks for me was We Snuck the Hammer in the Tunnel and Didn't Even Need to. Fuck Baby, You're Just So Sexy When You're Terrified. And the $400 cheeseburger from the Window Shopper video was just a Big Mac. Like, you look at this track listing, some of the titles are just fucking insane. Like, Oops, Honey, I Shrunk Myself with the Honey I Shrunk the Kid's Ray Machine and Crawled into Your Dick Hole. So, like,
Hate when that happens.
hey, yeah, many such cases, right? Like, genuinely though, this is one of my favorite listens of the year already. I've already spun it, I believe, 3 times, top to bottom. A lot of the singles I've been going back to, it has been phenomenal. That's one I implore people to listen to if you haven't. Silk Money will one day get his flowers. He has some of my favorite bodies of work ever. Like I know it's a little abrasive. We talked about last week how I tend to lean towards a lot of the experimental, unorthodox production. This is definitely no exception to that. But yeah, tap in with Silk Money. The next album I want to talk about, more of an EP. It's one of the shorter ones. It's the new DJ Haram, Beside Myself. If people are unfamiliar with DJ Haram, frequent collaborators with Arm& Hammer. She had a lot of production credit on the Elucid record from last year, Revelator, which is one of my favorites. She did off of the Billy Woods record this year, The Cut with Elucid, All the Worlds Are Yours. And a couple cuts off of We Buy Diabetic Test Strips. One of my favorite producers of all time, truth be told. She is fucking incredible. This little album is no exception to that. Super good listen. She, I believe, I don't want to get this wrong. I know she's from the Middle East of some, like, one country. I believe Lebanese. Sorry if I'm incorrect about that. And you hear it in this record. There's a lot of samples from traditional sounding shit. Like, you listened to Revelator last year, right?
I did.
You know, the song Bad Pollen with Billy Woods, how it kind of has those, like, samples of, like, old school sounding, like, Arabic shit. Like, very much so the same kind of sound on this. There is an Arm& Hammer feature off of track 7, Stenography. A little out there, for sure, for most people, but this is one that I cannot recommend enough. Super good listen. A lot of cool features on it. There's a Moor Mother. There's Baby Mutha. There's August Fanon producer credits. Really good listen. Truth be told, excuse me, I've only spun it once top to bottom just because, listening to a lot of shit. Really, really good album though. Definitely one that I wanted to highlight. Another album. Sorry that I'm just like fucking rapid firing these out, but once again, a lot of shit has come out. Would be the new Perry Mason and Oxahir album, Dead Fish Volume 1. If I'm being real, I didn't even know these two were collabing. I've been a fan of Perry Mason for some time. Same with Oxahir. Super good album. Really good, just like boom bap revival, but still kind of experimental shit. I believe both of them are based out in New York, but they have a song called Mississauga where they talk about Toronto mans. So I don't know if they're from Toronto, but that one kind of jump scared me as I was listening to it. Once again, one of those ones I only spun it top to bottom once, but super good listen, especially if you like just good bars, good wordplay. Perry Mason, I think, is one of the most underrated MCs to ever do it. And coming off of, I know he's dealing with a cancer battle right now, but is still putting out like quality work despite being like hospitalized. And I know he was bouncing back from some real serious shit. So peace to Perry Mason, peace to Oxahir. Super good album. Another one I want to get into. I haven't listened to the new Che record, Rest in Bass. I know a lot of people were saying that it was really good. That's one that I'm going to be visiting this week. I can't really speak on it. I saw Che open for Saw Baby in March of this year. I really liked his sound. I'm definitely going to give this a peep. Another album I sat with a lot is the new Jim Legacy, Black British Music. I don't know if you've ever listened to Jim Legacy. Fire. Very fun album to listen to. Really bombastic production. Not really what I was expecting, but truth be told, this is the first full body of work of his that I've listened to. Super, super good. Really enjoyable. He had that one song that was going viral on Twitter called Father, where it has the sample of like the girl saying like, I love my father. And then he kind of like plays into it and like she said, good, interesting shit. Really fun listen. I liked it quite a bit. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. New J-Eazy EP that came out that one of my young niggas told me to listen to. I liked it quite a bit. I like J-Eazy. I think he's really funny. And then the last two, I haven't listened to this one yet, but there's a new Gais Guevara album that came out on streaming. I know it came out a little bit earlier. I still haven't listened to it. The other 2/5 or Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Trench Baby. I love the Gais record from earlier this year, so I'm definitely going to be giving this one a spin. Just haven't really had time. And then the final one, which I know you listen to as well, is Summertime Butch 2, the new Benny the Butcher EP/album. And I have some takes about this. Personally,
Yeah.
like, I love Benny the Butcher. I love Griselda. This left me feeling kind of lackluster. I was like, all right, like, not really hearing anything that's too stand out, except for the Bruiser Wolf feature. Shout out Bruiser Wolf. That's my goat. It was a good listen. Don't get me wrong. It was a really good listen, but I have a feeling it's one of those ones that I'm not really going to be coming back to. I don't know. Just not really my
Yeah. I think as I like have been listening to Griselda pretty consistently for the better part of like 5 years now, probably getting closer to 6.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't always, especially in the most recent years where all of them have kind of taken their music in a slightly different direction. Like Gunn was doing some of the trap stuff
Yeah.
in like 2023, 2024.
That was a fun era.
Conway, it was, yeah. I think I enjoyed it for what it was. But it's, truth be told, not something I go back to super often.
Yeah. Absolutely agreed.
And I feel like that's kind of where this project falls for me, because in a catalog that I already hold in such high regard, there's always stuff to like sink your teeth into. And
Yeah.
I really feel like a lot of my favorite Griselda tracks have come from me not finding them on first listen. It's come from me listening to an album 2 years later down the road and
Mhm.
coming back to it and being like, oh, I really like this song. Um,
Yeah.
but very rarely do I sit down and listen to a Griselda project and like pick my favorite songs.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel that way about this one. The nice thing that I will always appreciate about Benny's output is this is probably not something that he like this isn't another album like Tana Talk 3 or Tana Talk
Yeah.
4 or anything like that. Like
Absolutely.
Summertime Butch last year was very much like I want to drop during summer. Here are the songs that I've been making.
Yeah. Not like a full cohesive body of work, but rather just like, I want to drop some music. Here you go. You know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's how I think this fits in, and I think I think it's a good way for Griselda to keep going as long as they do start to look at doing like I guess
Mhm.
they don't just do this, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah. Like we know that I'm pretty sure Benny has another album in the works that is going to be like a more cohesive body of work. It's Tana Talk 5, isn't it? That he's planning on dropping soon?
I don't know. Now, I was about to say I'm gonna post this in our chat.
Bet.
So this apparently
Interesting.
is real and happening.
Whoa. Okay. Let's see. Booting up Twitter. Love to see it. Let's see. Eastside Butch freestyle video out now. Summertime to shooting all. Oh, it's still not loading. Yo, my internet's off a bean today. Shooting video for Jasmine's today. All three of us gonna be in Paris a couple weeks. I'ma hold these boys ransom till WWCD2 done. Interesting. Okay.
So I think like
Huh.
a year and a half, 2-ish years ago, at the very end of 2023,
Mhm.
West Side Gun went on to I think it was the Complex Sneakers podcast, and he
Yeah.
like was doing a bunch of stuff because he has a pair of like Sauconys coming out or whatever.
Yeah.
But the people on there were big fans of his music, and he had teased that the next big thing that Griselda as a collective was working on was what would Machine Gun do too.
Yeah.
Um, and that was I I don't remember if it was like actually teased to come out last year, but it's
Mhm.
supposedly been on the way. Um,
Dope. That's gonna be fucking sick, actually. The first one was really, really good.
the first one was what introduced a very large majority of people to Griselda, and so
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
think if they can just capture a fraction of what that did, then
Dude, it's a fucking wrap, brother.
yeah,
Because that project, if I'm not mistaken, hold on. When did that come out?
I think that was 2020, maybe
2020.
2019.
Yeah, it was pretty early, all things considered. Because
Let me
I
see.
think I was telling you, I don't know if this was on the air, but how I got into Griselda was one of my homies put me on when I was in my kitchen days, and that was like pre-pandemic, all things considered.
Mhm.
So like shit, that's gonna be dope. Let's hope that that's real.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it
Yeah,
is, but
yeah. Dude, hold on. I can't find it on Spotify. I might have brain damage.
it's under the like Griselda
Yeah,
artist
Griselda
tag.
Records, right?
Yeah, it came
Uh,
out 2019, November 2019.
Fuck.
Um,
November, yo, that November 2019 is nuts, dude.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
god, there's some fucking tracks on this though, dude.
Like Dr. Birds, I think to this
Yeah,
day is probably still their most recognizable song, like for the
absolutely,
three of them, as far as it
absolutely.
goes, like mainstream wise. This is also
Yeah,
what got all three of them record deals. Like this is what got Conway signed to Shady, um, and I think what got Benny signed to Def Jam as well.
I think so.
So
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong. This was the one as well. They performed Dr. Birds on like Jimmy Fallon, right?
yeah, like that whole press tour was so crazy because it was like, what is happening? Like,
Imagine going to watch fucking Saturday Night Live, and then next thing you know, you're getting rapped out about bricks, you know?
There were definitely some terrified white people in that crowd.
Hundo P. Fucking incredible. Actually, before we move on, there's a few more releases that I want to cover. Bandcamp ones, because I'm a fucking nerd. So, Shrapnel, one of my favorite rap duos ever of all time, signed to Backwoods. They are releasing 3 albums upcoming. One of them has already come out, Lincoln Continental Breakfast, produced entirely by Raffi, who does a lot of the Bruiser Wolf stuff. I believe he entirely produced My Story Got Stories and a couple of the cuts off of Potluck last year.
Mhm.
I have given this one spin. I didn't want to spoil it too much for myself because there is going to be a listening party going on in the Rap Music Plug podcast Discord, which I want to be like really tapped in. Shout out to my man Ro. Shout out to the Rap Music Plug podcast. I'm shamelessly biting his flow with this show that I'm doing, but that's fine. This is one of those ones that I think everyone needs to listen to, especially if you were within that like Backwoods Studios, Billy Woods kind of vibe. Their album last year, Nobody Planning to Leave, is my 2024 album of the year by far. That shit is incredible. Castro and Prem are some of the illest MCs to ever do it. And just with the one spin of this record, I can tell that like they're not losing that momentum. They're still fucking spitting, just doing that real shit. This should be hitting streaming, I think, next week. So I know a lot of people are kind of hesitant to go on Bandcamp, but like genuinely this is a must listen this year, I think. Crazy album, and they have 2 more coming out later this year. I want to say by the end of August all 3 of them should be out. One of them is produced by see, this is how I know I'm a fake fan, bro. Shrapnel, let me pull it up. Mike Ladd is another one, Sasir Le Few, and then an Obliv Armature. These, I want to say this one's slated for early August, the other one's slated for late August. That's going to be fucking crazy. And the other one, just a short little EP, 2 tracks from my man Jordan, aka Jordan Raps Good. Today's his birthday, actually, so happy birthday, Jordan. I don't know if you're listening to this, but much love to you, brother. He just dropped a little single produced by PTY and featuring Big Z. Some all Toronto adjacent in that Secret Scriptures kind of collective. These 2 singles, Mountaintop 2K24 and Adelaide Street West, both are fucking fire. Jordan is one of those ones that I think this boy got some of the most potential in hip hop ever. He has one of the nastiest pens, one of the nastiest voices and flows. Shout out to my man Jordan. Stream his record. Happy birthday, Jordan. Much love to you, brother. Yeah. And I think that's all for new releases that I want to get into this week.
Yeah. Save your voice a little bit. I will go through all of the upcoming releases that I'm aware of.
Oh, right on. Yeah, sweet. Because there's a fuck ton.
There's a fuck ton, but there's also a lot of stuff that's rumored to be coming out later this year that was kind of like half announced. Or like I don't even want to say leaked, but like, the hip hop pages just post whatever they hear.
Because there's a lot, bro.
Yeah. I'll start with the stuff that's actually 100% coming out that we have dates for.
Yep.
So the next, I want to say like 5 or 6 weeks, all have like a pretty big release planned. So tomorrow, starting with tomorrow, a surprise release album from Tyler, the Creator, coming out at 6 a.m. on a Monday.
I will be there.
I'll be there. I was planning on staying up until midnight tonight. I guess I kind of appreciate that I don't have to.
Yeah, real.
But that's coming out. He announced it through at his Brooklyn concert on the Chromacopia tour. He like decorated outside of the venue and all that, and like did all his like promo decoration stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, everybody was like, "What's this shit?" On the Golf Wang website, he sold a first test pressing of the record.
Yeah.
And then some box sets and stuff. Take this as a warning, everybody. Take this as a warning. He did this for the Chromacopia test pressing. I don't know if there's ever going to be another one. So if you think you might like this, or and you collect records, get it,
Tap
because
in.
I think
Tap
the Chromacopia one is still like $200 on Discogs, and that was pressed 100,000 times. So,
which is crazy, dude.
yeah, so like if you're on the fence and you have the money, you just don't know if you're gonna like the album yet. I think Tyler's one of the artists who you can always pretty safely say that his work is going to be consistent and at a minimum enjoyable.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
so I think if you have the money, you'd regret not getting it.
Yeah.
And you should if you're able.
Because that's one of those ones I don't think it's ever going to get pressed again. And I mean, like, it's a test pressing. Of course, it's not going to, but
yeah, especially because like all the stuff he said about it so far, he does like to kind of keep people on the edge of their seat with his releases. He doesn't really do super crazy promo like months in advance for his stuff. But he has said that this is like
just dropped out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, he dropped Noid. He dropped Noid randomly, and then he was like, album on Monday.
Yeah.
Like, okay, dude, sure.
Sure, man. Yeah.
But he even said, this isn't like a super concept-driven album. I think what I've heard is a lot of this stuff is like Lucy's from the last 5 or so years of recording that he's done that didn't really make an album.
Yeah.
I have reason to believe that there is another West Side Gun and Tyler song on this.
Whoa! Huge, actually.
Yeah, I have reason to believe that. So
the fly that didn't fly straight is one of my favorite cuts off of HWH 8. So like that's gonna be fucking sick. And of course 327. Like can't talk about 320 or I can't talk about Tyler and Gunn without bringing up 327. That's a fucking incredible song.
Yep.
Yeah. I know a lot of people aren't too big on the idea of an album being like a collection of Lucy's and just like kind of uncohesive mixtape vibes. But me personally, that's my shit. I love it. I kind of like when a record is a little all over the place and just kind of a body of music that's not too cohesive. I'm a fan of it personally. So I'm excited for this. I don't talk about him much, but I am a really big Tyler the Creator fan. I fucking adored Call Me If You Get Lost. I really like Chromacopia. He's one of those ones I've been listening to since I was like 13 type shit. So like, I will be there. I will be sad. I'm not getting up at 6 a.m., but like, I'll be there. You know?
100%.
Yeah. I have a bunch of tabs pulled up for whatever you want to talk to next because I think I know what the next album you're going to talk about is that's coming up.
So I'm going to go with the single that's coming out Tuesday first because I'm just going to go like down the line of dates that I know.
Yeah.
So Tuesday, we have Niante and Mavi dropping.
Let's go.
I think now the third single off of Mavi's upcoming album. No clue on when that is dropping for sure yet, but we have. He's like 2 for 2, and that's it. It's putting it loosely so far.
And my whole thing too is you don't hear a lot of features on Mavi albums. I don't think there's actually on his like full length LPs. I don't think there's ever been a feature.
No rap, no like verses.
Yeah, just like vocals.
Like, vocals, but he's never done that. So
the fact that this is shaping up to be an album that seems like entirely features, because I know that there's a Mike collab in the works as well. This is going to be fucking crazy. And yo, me and you have very strong feelings about Mavi to begin with and Niante as well. So this, like, it's going to be fire. It's going to be fire.
Like, he's actually assembling the Avengers for whatever this is that he's putting out. Like, it's insane.
Smino, Earl, Niante, Mike, like, oh. Yeah, I'm
it's just absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah.
So that comes out Tuesday.
Yep.
Got that to look forward to.
Absolutely.
And then the biggest, like, I thought about this a lot over the last week. I don't think there's an album that I've ever been more excited for. Yep. As far as anticipation goes. If your head is under a rock and you haven't seen all of the stuff that's been happening over the last week, The Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs are dropping Alfredo 2 on Friday.
Oh yeah.
And they dropped their lead single. I talked about it a little bit earlier, 1995. The opener to the album. It's just like very rarely I have some artists that I feel this way about, where I know I'm going to like
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
put out regardless of what it is. But this one for me, like, I'm even gonna take it to another level. Like this I haven't heard this album yet. It's
yeah.
probably going to be in my top 5 this year at a minimum.
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
I hold both of those artists in such high regard that, like, I don't really see a world where they don't deliver given their
Mhm.
track records together.
Absolutely, man. Like, and even Alfredo 1 was like one of the craziest albums to ever exist, I think. Like,
Yeah.
that shit is crazy. And now they're like doubling down on it, and it's a bowl of ramen for some reason. I'm here for it, bro. If they're in their Japan arc, I'm fucking here. Because there's a short film that's coming out too, right?
It's out. It's out on YouTube.
Oh fuck, I haven't watched it.
I did peep that. It was it's like corny 90s, like kind of like buddy cop type situation.
I'm fine with it. The
There are some hilarious screenshots in here. I'm gonna get one for you to pull up right now.
one that I have is Freddie Gibbs holding the sword.
Yes, it's that one. It's that one.
If he's in his samurai arc, bro, I'm here for it, man. Well, let me
It
pull
was the
this shit up.
one. It was the one Russ Records tweeted with the caption was telling my kids this is Master Shifu. So this is one of my favorite images all year.
It's really good, man. Oh fuck.
But and this is kind of a little bit of a spoiler to the thing that I told you I wanted to talk about
Yeah.
later this episode. But just the way that this album has been teased and like has come to be from not only just like these last couple weeks, but this has been getting teased very, very subtly over the last like 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, for it to come true, and I mean, all the merch and stuff that they've sold is just crazy.
Crazy. There's like
The
6 variants of
features,
the vinyl, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they definitely put their time in, and I will say, Uncle Al has learned his lessons. Everything's in stock. I don't
Which
have
is
to
good.
wait 6 months to get my record anymore, which is exciting.
Yeah. And I don't know if you want to talk about one of the ones that you secured, but
I don't need my doorstep getting raided, so I'm gonna wait till it gets here.
Fuck,
And
actually,
I'll show it off.
Yeah. You say that,
but
I'm actually gonna dox you on this episode. I've had your address, and
it is what it is.
For sure.
I'll sit outside waiting for the postman if I need to.
Yeah, that I'm really excited for that one too, man. That one's gonna be crazy.
So we've got that coming out Friday. The week after, I think, so that's going to be August 1st. So Joey Badass is releasing an album on August 1st.
Really?
Yep.
Holy shit! How did I not hear about that?
It was very loosely talked about, and I think he, like, in the last day or so, put the date up. But he dropped a lead single, I think, over the weekend as well.
Oh fuck.
I don't know if he's gonna be like still playing into the whole
East Coast boom bap.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I assume he is, but
yeah. Lonely at the Top, it's called?
Yeah.
Whoa. Smina, a Chris Brown feature. Come on, man.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't see the track list, but
ugh. Sorry. You, brother. Sorry, I got beef with Chris Brown, bro.
No, I think everybody should. But
yeah. RZA feature, Fivio Foreign, Jid and Smino. There's 2 Sminos. And a Casey. Oh shit. I'll be there. We were talking about this a little bit, I think, on the first episode. I am a big Joey Badass enjoyer. That was one of the artists that got me into hip hop to begin with. And say what you will about his recent work, I think nothing is ever going to beat 1999. That album was a mixtape, actually, was Lightning in a Bottle. But I'll be here. I'll sit down for this. I'll listen to this. I like Joey Badass.
For sure.
Yeah. Shit, I had no idea. Right on.
So we've got that coming out. I believe the Jid album is the following week as well.
Yeah. What's it? God Don't Like Ugly, right?
God Does Like Ugly, I think.
God Does Like Ugly. Right on.
Yeah. I keep mixing up that and God Don't Make Mistakes.
Yeah.
Conway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Expected
I mean,
August 8th. Yeah, So Real. Oops. I went to the
I'm
wrong
trying to
tab.
remember if there was one after that, but I don't think I know of anything that's been talked about immediately after that.
Nothing off the top of my head. All the shit that I'm tapped into is with a bunch of underground dudes, and I don't want to leak their shit. Like,
Right, yeah, that's
yeah.
so
All I'm
I
saying
guess
though, if one of y'all does me wrong, bro, I'm leaking your whole fucking catalog. You're cooked. Motherfuckers sending me unreleased, just know I will blackmail you. That's crazy. I'm sorry. That's a crazy thing to say.
that's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, dude. I was talking to I forget who I was talking to earlier, but this year, it's such a good year to be a hip hop fan, man. Like there is so much shit coming out that's just gonna be fucking quality. And I'm really into it, man. I can't wait for a lot of this shit.
And that's not even to mention the few stuff that I have seen some intel on that is also coming out this year that doesn't have a release date.
Right on.
So one that was actually a pretty controversial artist nowadays.
Mhm.
Daniel Caesar has announced that he's releasing an
Oh,
album,
yep. Yes, he has.
and
Ooh.
I really
I'm
don't
listening to it.
understand.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just don't understand how he can do some of the things that he does and then go and do the other things that he does. It's like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't really make sense to me. Like,
Agreed.
and then to not acknowledge it. I'm not going to get into that because
Yeah, that's neither
do
here
your
nor
own
there.
research. I'm not here to tell you what he's doing or why he shouldn't be doing it, but
Yeah,
just
yeah,
know that it's controversial for a controversial artist.
yeah, yeah. There was an album cover that he came out with as well, right? And it's like reminiscent
Yeah, it
of
looks
Absol's control system. It's the Kabbalah, I believe,
yeah.
which is an image out of the Torah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here it is. Son of Spurgey. Boom. Yeah, say what you will about Daniel Caesar. Um, I like the music a lot, and I like. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I love that. Like the album he did 2023, I believe. Never Enough. One of my
Mhm.
favorite albums in terms of that like R&B kind of thing. Um, I can't even say he don't got internet because I know he got internet, but like, man, the music is good. At the end of the day, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna listen
One
to it.
thing I never want to do on
Mhm.
here, I never want to have a separate art from the artist discussion because
Yeah,
we don't need to
absolutely.
have any more of those.
Mm-mm,
Everybody's just
absolutely.
gonna feel the way they feel and
Yeah, that's it.
do,
As
do
simple as
whatever
that.
do whatever you want. Like
We'll
I don't care.
we'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Um,
Um, anything else dropping? I'm not as tapped in as you are with new releases, if I'm being real.
I got two more that have been loosely announced. So,
Sweet.
um, the first of which, Freddie Gibbs has said that the next album that he's making after
Mhm.
Alfredo 2 is a
Oh
collab
yeah.
album with Kaytranada,
Yes. Yes.
which is
Oh,
going to
let's
be
go.
absolutely insane. If both of those drop this year, I think it's going to be pretty hard for me to not consider Freddie a top three
Yeah,
rapper this year.
of all time,
Um,
right?
I
Or just
hey,
yeah,
well,
all
I
time is
mean,
crazy.
I might be able to be convinced, but
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah. I'm trying to find a
yeah,
tweet
just
about it.
it was on one of the he I think he was on the Apple Music
Mhm.
uh podcast, whatever they do, talking
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
Alfredo 2.
Here it is.
And he was like, the guy was like, "What do you have coming next?" He was like,
Mhm.
"Me and Kate Tronado are making an album." I'm like,
I,
okay.
oh yeah. I don't know about you. I adore Kate Tronada. Kate Tronada is one of my favorite producers ever. Um, Bubba, which came out 2021, I think, is one of my favorite albums. Oh no, that was like 2019. That's one of my favorite albums of all time. I am a big sucker for, dance, house, anything in that realm. And Kate Tronada is one of my favorites doing it. The album he came out with last year with that like plethora of features was fucking incredible. I know for a fact this is gonna be fire. Like this is gonna be fire.
I honestly I haven't listened to too much of his solo work, but anytime he has production on credits on something or is featured on something,
Yeah.
the song's always crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the first one that comes to mind as of recent is Rich Ass Haitian, the lead
Yes.
single.
Oh,
That song is
so good.
crazy.
So
I
good,
think
man.
like that combination of three artists is one that honestly I don't think I'd see coming, especially
Yeah.
the O3 Greedo hook. But
Real.
that
But he went
that whole
crazy on
song,
it.
like Kaytranada is the glue that makes that song work. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm super excited for what they have cooking up because if Freddie Gibbs is nothing, he is extremely versatile. Like with
Absolutely.
the artists that he's able to work
Absolutely.
with, and um,
It's gonna be fucking
especially
sick, dude.
with the beats that he was on last year with You Only Die Twice, I think.
Yeah, fuck.
The
Oh,
one.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that and then the mini series You Only Live Once, You Only Die Twice that he did. The more trap inspired beats, the less soul sample,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
very off pace from the stuff he's done with Madlib and Alchemist. So I'm really excited to see kind of what direction that goes. But again, one of those situations where I know it's going to be insane and just cannot be bad.
Oh yeah. If you ever are in a state where you want to listen to some groovy, dancey shit, I cannot recommend Kaytranada solo shit enough, man. So fucking good. So good. Say what you will about Amine. He did an album with Amine, Kaytramine. That shit was fire. I went to Montreal to see them perform that. It was fucking dope. Yeah, that's one of those artists that I think everyone needs to listen to. You can't have a bad time listening to a Kaytranada record. Yeah. And there was one more new release.
There's one more.
You're just tapped in, man.
I'm pretty sure this is real, but considering the artist involved, I don't know if we'll ever hear it.
Yeah. I get that.
I have heard rumblings of a Makami and Conductor full album coming.
Yes.
Very soon.
Yeah. I heard about that too. But it's Mach.
So, right, yeah. I wouldn't put it past him for this to not make it until 2026 if it does come out. I mean, Rich Ass Haitian was like a summer-ish album last year, so it really hasn't even been that long since that came out. But
Conductor, We Have a Solution. That's a hard-ass name.
Yeah.
Bro. That's a hard-ass name, bro.
So, super excited for that. Hoping it comes this year, but
and hoping he pays Conductor.
I don't think Conductor would agree to do it if if that wasn't on the table. But very excited for that whenever it does come. But don't hold your breath because who knows?
Because he previewed it at the LA 3-peat shows that he's been doing, and I think he's doing another one in New York that hopefully we'll hear some more news about it. Because man, Conductor is one of my favorite producers of all time. Mach is one of my favorite rappers of all time. So there's no way this is gonna be bad, right?
100%. I feel that way largely about all of Mach's music. To the point where it doesn't even really matter who he's working with. It will be good in some way, and I'll enjoy it in some way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Before we get into the typical Aux latter half of the episode banter, some vinyl that is coming out. There's Eclipse with an alternate cover and a white pressing that's coming out that looks pretty funky.
That one has the original versions of the album that have come out so far, I think the 3 versions that have been pressed, don't have the Tyler feature on POV because that was a late addition to the album.
Oh shit, okay.
And I think it doesn't have the original So Be It sample. The one that was tacked on the first 12 hours of the album release on streaming because of sample clearance issues. So if you enjoy and you want the album the way that it exists currently on streaming, get that one, the black cover with the white vinyl. Get that one before you look at the other 2 because those don't have the complete track list.
Good to know. And the other one I believe is it's listed as Earl Sweatshirt, but it's Rock Marcy and the Alchemist Skeleton Key. I don't know why it's listed as Earl in the image that I have here, but
he don't got internet.
Yeah, he don't got internet. There's 3 pressings of that coming out. Two of them are Obies. One of them is like a clear. The other one is splatter. And then another one is just like a typical black pressing.
That shit is sold out. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Oh, already,
Yeah, it's on. Alk does his drops on Fridays. So,
makes sense. Makes sense.
As I don't know by the time this goes up if it'll still be there, but the black pressing is still available. But both of the Obies are sold out and everything. So
Makes sense. Makes sense. Honest to God, I don't think I've heard this album is out, right?
This came out at the back half of last year. Yeah.
I don't know if I've listened to it.
The consensus that I've heard is Rock Marcy did his thing on this, and Uncle Al did not supply him with that great of beats.
Really?
I think what this album is, I think this is leftovers from the making of Elephant Man's Bones.
Yeah.
Kind of like Super Tecmo Bo was to Bo Jackson.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But yeah, I don't think this one is meant
That's
to be like a big release. Yeah, it's a good listen for what it is, but I think you have a lot of better options where Rock is getting more support from his production, in my opinion.
That makes sense.
So I did not buy this, but
yeah.
You know, it's also the Obi was $100, so
I'm type shit. Wow. Type shit. I have two images of your most recent mail haul pulled up. If you want to get into that, the ones that you sent in our Discord.
Yeah, I have a lot.
You want me to pull those up?
Oh, good. You have the picture of all four, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can pull that up. So it's
my
been
brother
an expensive
got some
week.
grails.
It's been an expensive week.
To say the fucking least, brother.
Next week is not much less cheap, actually. Like, I didn't want it to be as expensive, but it ended up being.
Yeah.
So,
wow, like the top, the top
two is crazy. Yeah. Frank Ocean's rent was due, so he had to press another one of his albums for the first time.
Yep.
So Channel Orange, first time that's ever officially been pressed by.
I don't know if this is a hot take. Channel Orange, I think, is Frank Ocean's best by far. I know there's a lot of Blonde stands. I love Blonde, don't get it twisted. But Channel Orange is fucking special.
I agree with you, but I wouldn't say by far. I think it's close for me, at least.
That's fair. I mean, fuck, man. I heard Channel Orange for the first time when I was like 12 years old, and it like changed my brain. Like, that shit was nuts, dude.
Yeah, it was also like the fucking you're around my age, so you'd remember this. The potato flew around my room. That meme.
All time.
I didn't realize that was like a play on this song until I heard it like 2 years later, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Mind blowing shit, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then the Grail to end all Grails. Of all time ever.
This one, I've been watching the price on Manger on McNichols for probably the better part of 2 years now on Discogs. I like to play my records. I don't keep many of them sealed, and the only time I ever do is when I have 2 copies of something. So I wasn't super pressed to get like mint sealed copy, and I saw one go up on Discogs last week, and I just like had to pull the trigger.
Absolutely.
So Manger on McNichols, Sterling Tolles, Boldy James. I could talk about this album for the rest of the episode if you let me.
We've already been going for an hour, right?
Holy shit.
Dude, crazy. Fuck.
But yeah, so Manger on McNichols, it's I think all-timer, and also there's some records that just sound better than others on Wax, and I think that's one of them because of how jazzy and like you can feel that the album was recorded and not much of it is sampled at all. Like it comes through the speakers really well.
After our episode last week, I went and gave it another spin top to bottom, and like, dude, oh my god. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful shit. Yeah, so shout out. I'm happy that you secured it, man, because that I know is like one of your favorites of all time ever.
that was one of the ones that I like. If I was ever going to run after something, it was going to be that. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
got
Album
that one
number
in.
3 secured, which
Number
is
3,
ooh,
we got. I think I don't remember if we talked about it. I think it was just me and you, but we have Live at the Tabernacle,
yep,
SDNAC,
yep,
and
yep, yep.
all fully produced by Mike Shab. Mike Shab
Yes.
also gearing up to drop another project. Forgot about that.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh shit!
Yep.
Yeah, real. Shout out Mike Shab, man. Love that dude.
Very, very quickly becoming one of my favorite producers
Oh yeah,
of this current
one of my favorite MCs
area.
too, man. He
Oh
got
yeah,
bars.
like
He got bars, bro. So he was one of the openers at the Mike show that I was at in Toronto, and I was pretty much barricade. And there was one point where he's like, "Fuck, man, I forgot my asthma inhaler." And as a former asthmatic, and like some of the people I was with at that show, I know struggle with asthma as well. And that was a pretty smoky crowd. I had like my little Yamin on me, so I pull it out and I tossed it to him on stage, and he took a hit off of my asthma inhaler. So that's my goat, personally. That's like actually my goat.
I
Yeah.
will like, and Shab Van Gogh was definitely one of my
So
favorite
good.
projects that's come out this year already too.
Easily.
So I grabbed that. SDNAC, honestly, I used to be an SDNAC hater.
Really?
Yeah, he's had some pretty whack lines on some Griselda stuff.
That's fair, actually. That's fair.
Most notably, he did say, took the whole cum blast like the blood of Christ.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Banana Yacht from HWH7. I don't really know why he said that,
It's
but
crazy.
that was like my introduction to him like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And so I never forgot that. But this album,
Bro.
anyway,
That's nuts. That's nuts.
yeah.
This album is crazy, though. This album is fucking insane, though. This one's really, really good. And the cover is really fucking cool, too.
Yeah. There's 2 versions of the cover. That one, so first of all, as far as physical media goes, shout out to Near Mint. Near Mint is doing some of the best pressings for any, like, for the, like, Boldy James, Nicholas Craven, Mike Shab circle. Like, unmatched quality for the price,
Absolutely.
I think.
Absolutely.
So, shout out to them. But yeah, this album was ripped away from me on streaming. Another reason why physical media will always be superior.
So fucking real. So real.
And then in the same vein, I also picked up Suicide 3 by just Mike Shab. And then, probably the most beautiful record that I own, I think.
So sexy, dude.
That just like absolutely crazy, yeah.
Crimson red with like all the speckles and such. So fucking cool, man. Yeah, that's one hell of a haul, brother. That is one hell of a haul.
That's not even everything, but
yeah.
These
are the ones that arrived, right?
Well, I have some stuff that came in yesterday too, but
oh fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to do that, but
we'll get into that next week, I think, because we're already running an hour low key, and we got some banter we got to get into.
Yeah.
So fuck, man. What is this mystery topic that you've been thinking about, ruminating over, if you will?
I think we've had a lot of really good and bad examples of what rollout techniques work for your album, and which don't.
Yeah.
Because I think the most notable that we've all been privy to, if you're on the hip hop circles online, is we've all like the Clips rollout is undeniable. You will see something about it.
100%.
And I've seen a lot of discourse surrounding it about like, this is being shoved down my throat. Like, I really love the album, but like, can we take a break from this?
Yeah.
And I think it's something to take note of if maybe you're an artist who wants to like present your music in a unique way that'll get people engaged that otherwise wouldn't hear it. Yeah. Or maybe you're a consumer and you're trying to figure out what you should be listening to in a world where there's so much music and
Mhm.
all of it is presented to you in completely different ways.
Yeah.
So, like, I can understand why somebody may not like the like super in your face, every media outlet is talking
Mhm.
about the album type of rollout. Um, but I think a lot of people miss the fact that that's the point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Absolutely. Especially for like talking about clips, like as prolific as a release as that's going to be, like first album they've made in like 10, 15 years. Obviously they have a fan base. I think it makes sense for that kind of rollout to be like everywhere you look, especially online. And like, I don't know, I think people just love hating, man. Like people that love hating what's popular, what's going to be popular. I think that was a brilliant rollout personally. Cuz like
right.
for context, shout out to my father, right? My father only listens to salsa and merengue from the 90s and 80s and hasn't listened to a hip hop album like ever, as far as I'm aware. That he was talking to me about the Clips record, man. My like you know what I mean? That's impact. That's real shit. And I think that that's kind of a lost art where like there is a rollout as, you know, in your face as that. I'm here for it personally. I like it.
I do too. And I
Yeah.
think it also like if it's like if you ever feel like rollout is like in your face, I think it also there's something to be said about like, okay, well, how online are you to
Mhm,
where you
mhm.
are seeing so much of this? Because I think a lot of the stuff that I've seen from that rollout is seeing clips from the same thing. Like they did an
Yeah.
interview with Pharrell
Yep.
that I've seen different clips of. They did a colors performance, they did a tiny
Yeah.
desk, they did a
Yeah.
genius annotation. Like all of that stuff is like you're really only seeing this stuff if your feed is like catered to seeing music content because
Yeah.
that's just the
Yeah.
bulk of what's being put in front of you, right?
Absolutely.
Um,
Especially the colors and the Tiny Desk shit. Like I try to tap in for every color show and every Tiny Desk performance, even of artists that I'm not too familiar with, just because I really like the platform. And the fact that they dropped the Tiny Desk like the day of the album coming out, like that's fucking brilliant, if you ask me.
yeah,
You
I
know?
agree.
Mhm.
Um, and I think it was just so weird and crazy and like almost polarizing to
Yeah.
see two of the other albums that we're talking about coming out this week and how they like approached their rollouts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
The
we
Raekwon,
have this
right?
like I mean that and I think very largely
Mhm.
is similar to how Tyler is preparing to release his stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Um very little like actual press promo,
Mhm.
like either like a complete surprise drop or no like lead up conversations into like get ready for this, no lead singles, just
Mhm.
this album is coming out now and you're going to listen to it because my name carries this amount of weight
Yeah.
that I don't have to do promo to do numbers or to even
Which,
get people to listen to my music if that's my
which is
goal.
crazy. Which is crazy, man. I think Tyler the Creator is one of those artists now. Like I think not to invoke the old magics, but like I think Tyler could be considered like the Kanye of this generation. You know what I mean? Where there's so much buzz around his name, like people know him without even listening to the music kind of thing. It's one of those ones where like literally just the name alone will get people to listen to the music and be aware of the music that's coming out. And that's
Yep.
that's rare to find, like a superstar on that level.
It definitely you have to reach a certain level of stardom and I even hesitate to like Tyler's soundscape throughout the years has been so diverse that it's
Yeah.
really hard to label him to a genre. Um,
Mhm. Absolutely. Especially with the most like the last 3 albums, I'd say.
yeah,
Cuz like
definitely.
fuck,
Like,
man. Call Me If You Get Lost is like a bossa nova record at times, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, and then Igor is super like synth and electronic
yeah,
heavy.
yeah.
Um,
Fuck, I love Igor, dude. I love
yeah,
that
that
album so
was
much.
Igor was the first vinyl I ever bought. It was the first one
Really?
I bought in 2020. Yep.
Oh shit, look at that. Right on. I didn't know that. Yeah, yeah. Um, I think that kind of rollout, if you have the notoriety to be able to roll your music out like that, I think you should. Because I don't know, like the fact that he just drops a picture and there was like a whole website for it as well, if I'm not mistaken. Like just dropping it and being like, hey, in like 5 days this is coming out, and now there's like so much buzz around it. Everyone's gonna listen to it, kind of thing. That's dope as fuck. I think personally.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it is, and I think it's really a testament to like your fan base and how much trust they have in you,
Absolutely.
and how much trust you have in them as an artist to. Not that it's like necessarily your fans' responsibility to stream your music, but to know that to share your art with the world, you don't have to go out of your way to do any crazy promotion, I think is a really important piece for artists to have as far as being authentic and presenting their art in the way that they want.
Absolutely. Absolutely inclined to agree with you.
A perfect example of that, kind of to a lesser degree, where promo is still being done and like the community is still getting involved, I think, is Alfredo 2. I mean, they announced this album through a short film that they created. That they did private screenings for, and that they've been previewing the album in LA, and like
that's dope.
Just
like
man.
I swear earlier
just
today
super
they were
unique
previewing
ways
some shit too, right?
Yeah, last night when they did the drop for the special version of the album, the vinyl, it was like coinciding with like the first listening party they had done for the album in LA. And they had like exclusive merch and stuff like that, and I think both of them like performed cuts off the album and some of their older stuff, and it's like
that's just dope as
just
fuck,
like
man.
Stuff like that is like, I think that's the way to get people involved.
I think so too. Like you drop something, you get the talking about it, and then people bring it online, and then that buzz is kind of like exponential. You know what I mean?
And then you put it right in front of them not too long after you do that, because it's still fresh in everybody's minds.
Yep.
And it's crazy that I can be so excited for, now part of it is my bias.
Of course.
I can be as excited for Alfredo 2 when there's a Tyler album coming out tomorrow. Like, for a lot of people, that's not a distinction they can make, because they can really only wrap their heads around one big thing at once. But
absolutely.
I think it's an effective rollout that engages people in unique ways, I think, is slowly becoming a lost art, or it's only embraced by a certain like set of artists who do unique things like that.
Absolutely.
Like feel how you feel about Kanye currently. I mean, I know how I feel. But the Donda listening parties completely reshaped how people roll out their albums and how they present their art to this day. And I think it will for a very long time.
Absolutely. But even with that, like you can go back to the Pablo rollout and how he did Madison Square Garden, right? Like that was the same kind of vibe too. Yeah.
And I think that's a good way for artists of really any size that have like a following that they want to like introduce their music to. Yeah. The best way to do that is to get them involved from the jump.
Yes, absolutely.
And it kind of leads me to this larger point that I want to make, that, and you can agree with me or disagree with me. I know how you feel about this artist.
Oh boy.
I mean, I don't think you dislike them, but you know, it's not your favorite necessarily. I think the rollout that Jid has been doing for his album, it really feels like. So for some context,
I got some takes.
The Jid album, God Does Like Ugly, was announced in I think May of this year.
Yeah. Late April, early
late May.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, late April, early May, at some point around that time.
Yeah.
And he announced that album was not going to be coming until the second week of August.
Yeah.
And I had heard that news, and I was like, okay, I'm excited for new JID music, especially because I really enjoyed some of the tracks off of The Forever Story.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I think he's undoubtedly an extremely talented rapper.
Yeah,
Um,
agreed.
but
I
when I
think,
hear that an album isn't coming out for 3 months, it's like,
what the fuck is
what
the
was the
point?
point in telling me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like my take on that is like, why the fuck even announce it? You know what I mean? Because especially he did that little EP of like some Lucy's or whatever. I think it would have been a way better idea to surprise drop that, because I think he's another one of those artists that has enough of a following where if he just surprise dropped a little project, people are gonna listen to it. Then all of a sudden
Mhm.
there's buzz around his name, and then he's like, oh yeah, by the way, album coming in a month and a half. That would be fucking brilliant. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, that I'm always a fan of any kind of album rollout personally, but I think that is one example of one that I'm like, all right, man, like what the fuck are we doing here? And the other one I want to bring up is ASAP Rocky with Don't Be Dumb, because this album has been in the works since like fucking 2022, I want to say. And we're still hearing like that, in my opinion, is a perfect way to kill the hype of your album. I think there needs to be a very short period. I'd say like 2 months at most, especially when you're an artist as prolific as that. Prolific is the wrong word, but like an artist as big as that, you shouldn't announce your shit until it's good. You know what I mean? Until it's good to go, ready to roll out, like ready to release at any given moment. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
like,
and
yeah,
this it just kind of reminded me like the ASAP Rocky thing is like people on Twitter seem to like remember that that's a thing like once a month. They're like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, Rocky
ASAP
said he
Rocky's
was
supposed to
dropping an
drop.
album 18 months ago." Like, all right.
Sure,
Um
man.
Still hasn't moved, haven't heard anything,
Yeah. And
but
it was like the same shit as the Pierre Bourne album, which he said was dropping in March, and then that came out like last month, I want to say. Good album,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, but I wasn't nearly as excited for it as I would have if I had a concrete release date, you know? Yeah.
And it reminded me of the post
Mhm,
people have been like sharing around about Rocky
yeah.
over the past couple of days. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was a Tyler tweet from like 2019
Mhm.
that let me see if I can exactly find it because it's pretty
Yeah.
funny.
In the meantime, I think some artists have an opposite effect for me. Like for example, there's an Elucid Seb Bash album coming out in like November, right? There
Yep.
hasn't been any talk about it outside of Woods appearing on the Rap Music Plug podcast. Shout out to my man Rohan. I'm going to plug him as much as I can. And he just vaguely mentioned, yeah, there's an Elucid Seb Bash album coming out. There's no rollout for that. But the fact that it's in the back of my mind, like, oh shit, this is coming out, I'm stoked. You know what I mean? I'm stoked. And I, honest to God, in my brain can't distinguish why I'm excited for that being announced 6 months in advance as opposed to like JID, for example. I don't know why there's that distinction. I think mainly because it's not really a rollout that's happening, but rather just like tidings in the work that I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I think JID, like you started talking about rollouts, and JID and Rocky were the first ones that came into my brain about that whole situation. Cause like fuck,
I
dude, I don't
can't
know.
Yeah, I can't find the exact thing, but the message of the tweet that
Mhm.
Tyler had posted was like Rocky just be like announcing shit that isn't even a fully fleshed out idea and putting a date on it,
Yeah.
and then that shit never comes out. So hamper your expectations when it comes to his music.
So real.
And
So fucking real.
and everybody was like, "This he said this 6 years ago, but they weren't wrong."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
haven't heard shit since testing, and I think that's around when he made that tweet. So like,
Oh my, testing was like 2019, wasn't it?
yeah, I think it was.
I want to say
I'm gonna
I want to say before that. I feel like
2018. It was May 25th,
yeah,
2018.
I was in high school when that shit came out, man. Like
That was his last album. It's been 7 years.
it's crazy. That's crazy work, dude. Yeah. I like Rocky. Don't get it twisted. I love ASAP Rocky. I love the music, but like, man, what the fuck are we doing? Drop your fucking album, bro. Guarantee that shit ain't even finished, dude. Like, come on, man. Yeah, that I think going back to the idea of like community and listening party, one album that wasn't really on my radar this year until the listening party for it happened in, once again, the Rap Music Plug podcast, was that Sun Mundy Sasco record. I was going to listen to it regardless, but I think getting the community involved and getting the people that you know are going to listen to your music, like a more personal kind of experience for it, makes the album like that much more prolific. Like, I'm thinking back to when that whole rollout was happening. I was in a Discord VC with my boys, like streaming the thing, right? And like everyone is having their own takes, everyone has their own, their own opinions, whatever. Like, at the time, the group of friends I was with used to clown me for listening to West Side Gun a bunch because they didn't really like him. And then I forget the name of the song, Keep My Spirit Alive, I think, with Gun and Conway. That shit came on. I was chimping the fuck out in my basement. I was having a great time. And they're all like, all right, man, like, sure. And at the time, one of the friends in that group was like a big Pop Smoke enjoyer. And then that weird Pop Smoke cut on Donda came on. He was losing his mind. Like, I think creating a unique experience for everyone to listen to the album at the same time, and then the discourse starts happening online, people start talking about it, that is like a really good way to roll shit out, I think, personally. And like for the smaller artists, sorry to cut you off, but like for the smaller artists, doing like a small community listening party like that to get kind of everyone on the same wave. Like, I don't think I would have enjoyed that Sun Mundy Sasco earlier this year. Like, I definitely would have enjoyed it, but I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much if I didn't have that community going along with me, listening with me. You know what I mean? And like, same shit for the Shrapnel records that are coming out. I already know I'm going to like it, but the fact that I'm going to be sitting in a VC with the artists themselves talking about their work, that's going to bring that album to like a next level for me, you know? I think community is so important when it comes to underground rollouts, at least. Yeah.
I think there is a blueprint for both of those different situations to be able to do something and create like a memorable experience for their listeners.
Absolutely.
But that does not mean that artists should be afraid to like try new things when they do their rollouts and get their community involved in different ways, because I mean, at the end of the day, like, people are there to listen to music and it has to tie back to that at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think there are wrong ways to go about it that create the opposite effect of getting people excited to listen.
Agreed. Hence Jid, ASAP Rocky, etc., right?
And not even that, like, those are two artists, like, Rocky, especially for me, like, I've never been a massive ASAP Rocky fan. Like, his albums, like, have always been, like, I've always found songs I really like, and I'll just kind of, like, stick to those. But I've never, like, been a super big fan of listening to Rocky's, like, larger cohesive work.
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
That's just
You
hasn't
pick out
been the
the
way that
songs
I
you like,
consume
right?
his music. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But even Jid, like, I was really high on the Forever Story in 2022, and I think my taste has just changed since then, and that's really just kind of what has guided me away from what he's been doing as of recent. But, like, I mean, I listened to the EP, I liked it for what it was. I don't want any more Eminem at
Yep.
all. Please stop making me listen to Eminem.
Agreed fully. Yeah. It's interesting shit, though. It is really interesting shit. I 100% inclined to agree with you. I think with that said, we should wrap this up. It's been about an hour and 23 of us recording. Incredible banter, though. Once again, what a week for hip hop. It's an incredible time to be a hip hop fan. Before we wrap up, anything else on your mind that you think we should talk about?
I think we just need to do our albums of the week that people should go listen to. You go first, because I'm still finding one.
Mine pulled up. This was a project that came out May of this year. I've definitely talked to you about it. Porcelain Shield, Paper Sword by Mary Sue and the Clementi Sound Appreciation Club. My first project of Mary Sue, but I have been spinning it non-stop. One of my favorite hip hop releases. I've talked to a lot of people about it. I just want to give a quick shout out to my man Tong and my man Nerve, homies of mine from way back in the Overwatch shit. I put them onto this, and it's one of their favorites too. Genuinely, it's about 30 minutes. Yeah, 32 minutes. Some of the craziest hip hop, some of the craziest production, just like good fucking bars. Sound or songs that I think stick out for me. Horse Acupuncture is crazy. Minesweeper is crazy. Tiger in the Ceiling, crap. Everything on this record is crazy. Give this one a spin. Once again, shout out to my man Ro of the Rap Music Plug podcast for putting me on this to begin with. Crazy fucking album. Just good hip hop, good shit. We love it. Yes. And have you found your album?
I have.
What should we listen to this week?
I'm gonna make everybody do their homework before Friday.
Sweet.
Go listen. A lot of people forget this album exists. Go listen to Fetty by The Alchemist, Freddie Gibbs and Currency, 2018.
Yeah.
Severely underrated. People don't talk about this enough.
Crazy fucking album. Crazy album, man.
Now in Later Gators is the birth of the king of R&B, Freddie Gibbs. So
real. Okay. I just took my shirt off because I'm Freddie Gibbs. Sorry. No, it's so real. This is that I forgot about this album, to be real. That shit is crazy. Oh yeah.
Spin.
I'll give that a spin. I love it too because it's just like a quick little 23-minute, nothing too crazy, very digestible. That's a fucking album, actually. So real. So real. Yeah. With that said, my friends, thank you guys for tuning into the Aux Podcast. Genuinely, it means more than I can't describe how loved I feel with the support on this. Once again, shout out Max. Appreciate you, brother, for getting this ball rolling. I think we got something really cool here. Thank you guys for listening. Sound off in the comments what you've been listening to this week. I will be linking my Aux Podcast week 2 in the description as per usual. Tap in with that if you want to listen to the shit that we talked about. Yeah, just let us know what you've been listening to. Appreciate the support as always. And this has been the Aux Podcast. Let me do my little outro, fucking little yummy.
This is the highest cost. Take you and make you